All right, either way.
Welcome to the Forge Gaming. This is Troy, and I am here with Judah. How's it going,
How's it
man?
going, guys? Welcome back to the Forge Gaming Podcast. Was this number 4?
Number 4, numero cuatro.
Once again got some pretty good topics to talk about this week, and you know, I think it's gonna be pretty interesting year. It already has been, but there's gonna be some different things rising up out of the ashes, and I think it's gonna turn some things around.
Yeah, gaming is definitely on the incline, and it's
Oh yeah.
actually it's been on the incline for a while now.
Yeah,
And,
so we've got two pretty big topics to talk about this week. Troy, which one you want to hit on first?
and I want to talk about VR.
I'm down. It's been in talks for, gosh, years now. And, you know, since, what was the old Nintendo system that had the little lens you could look through? I can't remember the name of it right now.
Oh,
Um, the little 3D one that would kill your eyes.
yeah, the name of it eludes me.
Yeah, but that one, it was not very good, but boy, was it instrumental because now we've gotten to the point to where it's almost looking like it might be a household thing. Probably in the next year or so.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely getting there. We
Yeah,
still
I
got a
mean,
few of them that still need to come out, but right now there's been
right,
some great reviews, especially on the Oculus Rift.
right, and that was the big boy of the pack. The one that got kickstarted. A lot of people didn't think it was going to go anywhere. Thought it was, gonna rise and fall, and with the
Yeah,
reviews it's getting, I have a hard time seeing that happen.
yeah,
So we got that. We've got was it Google's got one, HTC's got one, Samsung, PlayStation's got the Morpheus. Ever since then, everybody's been kind of jumping on the bandwagon, and guess we're gonna slowly see which one is worth the money because they're
yeah.
definitely not cheap.
They definitely aren't.
And
They're all well. The thing is that if you compare it to a TV, and this is what I say makes it.
right,
You know, it makes it to where it makes me think about getting one. If you want a nice huge HD monitor, it's gonna run you a few $1,000 if you want a really good one.
right, and that's essentially what this is going to be is basically another peripheral to watch your videos on, to play your games on, to do all these sort of things. So, is it expensive? Yes, but you're essentially using it instead of your television monitor or whatever you're using.
Yeah,
So, it just depends on how you want to look at it.
yeah.
So,
I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I'm still kind of skeptical about it,
right.
but I just want to see.
I think everybody is a little bit skeptical, especially, dropping that much money on something that you only hear a couple of reviews on ahead of time. You know, you got to be convinced first. And me and Troy just checked, and IGN, among other reviewers, actually just gave it a 9 with little to no complaints. So I think that's exactly what they were hoping for. And if this turns things around, then you know it's it's definitely going to be a very specific thing. I think. I don't think all games are necessarily going to be played primarily, virtual reality and stuff. I think
Yeah.
first-person games will be great. I think horror games are going to be terrifying.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh
trying to
man.
play PT or Slender in first person. Gives
Yeah,
me goosebumps
screw
just thinking
that.
about it. But
I have a hard time.
you say screw that, but I think we're gonna have to try it out if it comes to that point.
I mean, I'll try it out. It's
But
just
so, Troy, tell me. Let's say money's not an object. Which one are you choosing?
um, I think I'm going with the Oculus Rift, man. That's the one that I have to go
I
with.
think I'd agree. I think that's the one that's kind of tried and true, and
Yeah,
not to say that none of the other ones are going to be good, but I do feel like Oculus has probably put the most work and effort into their sole product. And how long ago was it that all the original funders got their first copies?
is it sometime last week or this week?
Yeah,
It
and
wasn't
even
too long
those
ago.
guys, hearing good things. So, it's time will definitely tell, but it's going to be a new age for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, I keep saying I don't know.
I
You know,
know that it's
people don't like change, and sometimes I could be one of those people. You know,
well, I definitely don't see people just like dropping their TV to get this instead.
no,
And well, like some other things, I think it might fall into the area of like say scuff controllers or um, you know, high-end headsets. It's not going to be for the cheap person to go and buy.
no,
These are going to be, the people who spend a lot of money on gaming. You're not going to see a lot of casual people using this sort of thing.
no, not at
So,
all.
unless they have rich parents, then of case, they're going to have everything. But, it's and that's the thing is, my first thought whenever I saw Scuffs and Astro Gaming headsets, I was like, man, these things are so expensive. I don't know if they're really going to make it because, not everybody's going to be willing to drop so much money. But turns out there's enough people wanting the high-end equipment that they are, sticking around. So,
Yeah,
uh, I guess they're in a pretty good boat at this point, I think.
yeah,
But
and the thing that makes me happy, dude, is and we know this so far as the Oculus Rift is concerned. I know this for a fact is that you can play it on your Xbox One. You can play it with just about anything, and it'll put you in kind of a theater mode, which I think is cool because
right.
there are going to be some games where I prefer to play it like that. I don't want to be immersed in everything. And the cool thing, we used to always joke around and talk about, you know, renting out a theater and playing a video game in the theater.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we get to do that now at home. That excites
Yeah, I
me.
mean, how crazy would that be? I mean, I was at a little market the other day, and they were actually selling the Google Cardboard VRs, and they're of course not ones that you plug into your TV and do all that fancy stuff with. This one you just clip your phone into, and there's certain apps and certain YouTube videos and whatnot that you can make compatible with it. And
Yeah.
that alone, that thing probably cost me $20. There's some YouTube videos, there's some apps that you can use for it, and those alone, I mean, it feels like you're exiting reality almost, as corny as that can sound. I mean, it's a game changer, and there's certain games like I can't wait to try out with it. I mean, Titanfall on VR, sign me up.
Oh yeah. That's gonna be amazing. It's
That
it's
is that it's
it's
I'm
like you're
nervous and excited at the same time.
it's like you're entering the Matrix,
It's like essentially, yes. It's
and
essentially what you're getting yourself into.
you are the
The
one.
biggest danger is do you want to come out of that world? God forbid I fall asleep with a VR on my face and not realize what's going on in the morning.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah, it's gonna now. Here's one takeaway though, is that with VR, and this is what everybody's gonna say, it's for loners
Right.
because only you can watch it. So it takes away from the whole.
Right. If you're playing with a group or something like that, it's going to hinder it a little bit. But again, this is not something that, a whole lot of casual players are going to be buying into, I don't think. So, it'll
Yeah.
be a specific group, but I think that specific group will support it enough to give it what it needs to continue to further. And this is only the first product.
Yeah.
Imagine whenever they come out with the Oculus Rift 2 or 3 and all this other stuff, it's gonna heck, I'm not even in the market for one right now, but they're pushing me.
Yeah. It's making me want to pinch my pennies and save up and actually go
Oh,
grab
for
one.
sure.
But
Well, and I've always been one to kind of penny pinch and say, well, this one costs a little bit less because it's not a name brand, but man, it's gonna be a tough decision making that call.
yeah, and it's one of those things, man, where you knew it was going to be big. Whenever Facebook spent how much money on it to invest to
Oh
buy them
man,
out?
was at least was a couple million or was it more?
It was a I thought
I
it was a
can't even remember.
billion,
Oh, maybe it was.
like a
Oh,
billion dollars.
you're right. You're right. Yeah, and that raises more questions. Why would Facebook want Oculus Rift? Where are they going besides gaming? You know, so whole lot of potential there that apparently Facebook feels like is worth $1 billion. So,
Yeah,
you know,
and
it's
Facebook doesn't make
we're in
bad
for a ride.
decisions. Oh my
No,
gosh, we're getting destroyed.
it,
This is ridiculous. Uh, it,
do better. Do better for the stream.
I try. But yeah, we got the Samsung Gear, the Oculus Rift, the HTC Vive, and PlayStation's Morpheus. Which what?
Yeah,
It's funny. It's called Morpheus, and I just did a whole Matrix bit not too
yeah.
long ago. I didn't even
I
think about that.
I did not even put that together. Yeah, didn't even put it together.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, well, once it's really gonna be interesting because people are giving all this praise to the Oculus, but realistically, it's at least one of the first ones available for
Yeah,
general purpose. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the comparison goes along with just how it performs as well.
yeah.
So we shall see.
But
So
next up, we have the rise of indie games for our next
it
subject.
is not slowing down,
No,
not
it is
at
not.
all.
It is. It's been on the rise.
Yeah, and I think it's been that way, particularly since I think probably since 360 and PS3, but that only goes for consoles. I mean,
Oh
heck,
yeah.
PC's
I
been
mean,
doing it for
PC's been
years.
killing it. Yeah, they've been killing it.
Yeah, and you brought up earlier that the there's the dev kit available on Xbox One is now available for anyone with the new update,
Oh yeah.
which
It's available right now for
man,
preview
I mean,
members.
right. I mean, take Halo 5 Forge, for instance. You hand a huge community all the tools they need to create whatever they want, and you're going to see some amazing things.
Yeah.
Look at Project Spark. That's
Oh
a
yeah.
pretty, like, in comparison, that's a pretty small little box to build whatever you want in, and even that, people have built some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So,
Yeah. Project Spark is man. It is underrated. I will say that. Project Spark has been super
it is.
underrated.
It definitely is. And, it's I feel like it's going to be a little bit outshadowed whenever, the rest of these, you know, dev kits and all these different programs come around. But Project Spark is one of those that's definitely a good entryway into it, I
Yeah.
think.
Well, connecting both of our topics, I feel like Project Spark may be able to do something with VR.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to build whatever you want, then heck, make something that's ideal for virtual reality.
Yeah, definitely.
You can
But
do whatever you want.
we have some great games, man, like State of Decay, which
State
is
of Decay,
uh,
man.
one of my
How many hours do you
favorite
think you
open
sunk into
world
that
games.
game?
Oh, hours, man, hours,
Oh man, I sat there
days.
and just watched you play for a long time, and man, I mean, you forget you're playing an indie game sometimes. I mean,
Yeah,
man, I mean, indie games used to be, you know, you could compare them to phone games.
yeah.
You know,
That's
you
the
got
way it
your
used to
little
be.
platformers and all these other knockoff games, but it's gotten to the point to where they're turning the tides. I mean, I brought this up off stream earlier, and it's like every time a big AAA game comes out, no matter what it is, the the community has some sort of complaint, and they want things to be this way, they want things to be that way, and with indie games, a lot of those people making the games are people who are very much listening to what the community is saying. So they, in turn, create that game to, be what people want in a game.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it's I definitely don't see it ever really threatening, you know, uh, AAA games or anything like that, just because of the amount of money that those developers have. But
Yeah, if
it's awesome to have a mixture of both.
yeah, I would say this. If anything, those guys, the indie developers, they open up the eyes of AAA developers. And
Right.
the thing is that if anything, it's been creating jobs.
Well, here's an instance of that. I imagine not many of you listening have played the game. I made a game with zombies in it.
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
most popular
one,
game on the Xbox 360, most popular indie game on Xbox 360.
yeah, man. Didn't the developer of that game actually end up getting hired by the people from Project Spark to be one of the
Yeah,
main
I think he did.
developers?
Yeah,
So, heck, if you want to be an indie developer, you can go places.
I know. And that guy, he made his own music. He made his own song, which is an epic
Well,
song.
yeah, I was gonna say, as far as music goes, he made a very interesting song, but I applaud him nonetheless.
He put
But
zombies in it.
man, please go play that game if you
Go
haven't
go
already.
play it. We'll stream that game someday. That'll
It'll
be
be like a
fun.
5 or 10 minute long stream, but it'll
Yeah.
be a fun one.
But yeah, we have
But
that. We have this game that we're playing right now,
sure, yeah. I
Rocket
mean,
League.
gosh, you want to talk about a game blowing up really fast? Man,
Yeah,
like
that game
the
super
community
blew
just
up.
backs these things so much. It's just growing so fast, and like even for the phone games, like you see, what was it, Infinity Blade?
Oh, Infinity Blade.
I mean, that's a freaking phone game, and that looks like a good looking 360 game in
Yeah,
my opinion.
it's a
It
Unreal
was
Engine, man.
fluid, it was fun to play.
The Unreal Engine,
Oh yeah,
and here's another great thing about it. Unreal Engine, it's free now.
right.
It's free for anybody to use. So all those indie developers, man, anybody that wants to make a game and you have a good PC, a good high powered PC working with you, you can make stuff. You can get creative and do all kinds of things with Unreal
Absolutely.
Engine. Unreal Engine is ridiculous. But yeah,
It
these
really is, and
these
they just hand the tools to everybody, and then everybody can just, hey,
yeah,
build whatever you want,
yeah,
and we're getting it. I mean, I don't know if you've been on Steam recently, but I don't know how often there's a whole new batch of games in there, but man, you could play a new one every day for the rest of your life, it seems like, and never
Oh
run out
yeah,
of games to play.
it's
And
endless.
you know, it it is truly a great time to be a gamer. It truly is. And man, I'm almost, jealous of my kids someday getting to what they're going to be playing.
Oh man,
I'm
they're
going to
gonna
be
get
busy
something awesome.
working and stuff, and they're going to be playing all the best stuff around.
I
And then
know.
I'll steal their consoles and play it.
We'll still be trying to
Say,
play with our
remember whenever you
canes
played
and
mine?
whatnot. Gamers for life.
Yeah. Stop
Gamers.
screaming at your Connect, Grandpa. It's not listening to you.
I'm saying this. Already have kids. I forget.
Oh, well, I'm thinking more along the lines of them owning their own consoles.
One of my kids. No, my son technically owns 2 consoles. He has the
Oh,
Wii U
does
and
he?
he has the Wii U. Oh, he has 3 consoles. He has a Wii U, a Wii, and an Xbox 360. Yeah, and he keeps asking me when is he gonna get
Yeah.
an Xbox One, and I'm like, yeah, when you get a
Well,
job. But
well, he just got a Wii U, right?
yeah.
And man, we're not going to go off on Nintendo again. We already did that
Oh
last
man,
week,
don't
but
make me do it. Don't make me do it. But
yeah.
yeah, just oh, dude, I totally forgot. No Man's Sky
Oh yeah, it hadn't even come out yet, but
hasn't out yet,
that
but
is going to be. I mean, the mass scale of what they're talking about that game being, you would never think, man, an indie game, some independent developer somewhere just producing a game like this, and
yeah,
I truly think it's going to someday get to the point that you really can't tell the difference. You'll have indie games, you'll have AAA games, and you'll be able to know who made it. But heck, I mean, next gen systems, PCs getting more powerful. It's going to be, like I said, a great time to be alive.
yep. And dude, one thing that scares me about No Man's Sky is this if this indie game ends up putting games like Destiny to shame because they're
Well,
along the same
that's the thing.
they're along the same lines.
I I don't feel like they're going to be a threat to them because of how much money the developers like EA and Activision and all that have. But whether or not the community feels like one of them is doing a job better than the other, that's where things are going to get a little bit tricky, and they're going to have to, start pulling things out of their sleeve. And granted, some developers are better at listening to the community than others,
Oh yeah,
but it's it's going to create a little bit of competition.
yeah,
And
it
if there's one
definitely
thing we've
will.
learned about competition, it's always good for the consumers.
Yep, it's good for us
So, yep.
because that's
That
what we
just means
want.
we're gonna get better stuff.
Yeah, I hope they keep the competition going. No,
Sure.
but
We benefit every time.
yeah, I would like to see. And here's the thing, man, is that yes, it's all gonna come down to the consumers, and Activision's always gonna have money. They got Call of Duty, they got all kinds of stuff. They got Destiny,
Yeah.
and they're gonna make millions, billions of dollars.
Heck, they could just go all Valve and just stop making games and still be making money.
Yeah,
So,
but
you know, time will tell. But VR, indie games, we're in for a good year.
indie games in VR.
It's gonna happen.
Yep.
Heck, if you can plug in a VR to your PC somewhere, there's nothing stopping it.
Yeah. Everyone be prepared to be immersed.
Just make sure you come out of that world.
Yeah. You can't live there. All right, people. Don't do that.
but people will try.
What is going on? My own teammates are like hitting me. This is ridiculous.
I've been playing Halo Wars this entire time.
Oh yeah.
Somehow keeping a conversation going. Yeah.
Oh, that's how you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, you do. You got to pick up this game. This is probably.
I know I do.
This is probably one of the best indie games. It probably is the best indie game on the Xbox One.
Isn't State of Decay on Xbox One?
Yeah, but this is the thing is State of Decay is single player only.
True.
This I get
Which
to
is
play
actually
with.
a little bit refreshing.
Yeah.
Seems like
That's
every
what-
game
I mean-
now is trying to be solely multiplayer.
Well, no, you could play by yourself.
And that
on
might
here.
be a... Oh, can you? Okay.
Yeah, you could play against the computer or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, it has the option. Oh my gosh, we're getting destroyed, dude. This is why do I even play? Why do I even play?
Man.
Even though I'm losing, though, it's still
Well,
fun.
oh, yeah. That game's a blast.
Yeah.
How
Right,
much
right-
how much time you got left in your game? I can't see your game right now, but
I
how
have
much time you got?
4 minutes and 13 seconds left.
All right. Well, we've burned through our topics, but if you want to kill some time until you finish that game so the fans can see the epic turnout.
We'll see how epic it is.
Okay. So, let's see. Favorite ending game that you're looking forward to coming out, whenever.
Whenever.
What do you think?
Dang, I probably have to say No Man's Sky. I'm just.
I want to say No Man's Sky, but gosh, you know what? Okay, look, here's the thing. They posted something a while back about, some more gameplay stuff. And all of a sudden saw people running around I saw the player running around on the planet, and he had a gun in his hand and he was shooting stuff like animals and creatures and stuff. And I'll admit I was a little bit disappointed. And I was expecting it to be kind of like this. I don't even know how to describe it. Just kind of like this chill, explore. Not every game has to have guns in it. Let it just be a slow-paced, explore, chill out, have a good time game. But
Yeah.
I'm not a game developer. They're doing what they can.
Maybe maybe the game will be what you make of it. If you just want to go around
That's
and
true, too.
explore, there's some people out there that just want to watch the world burn.
Yes, there are. But they're talking about procedurally generated solar systems or planets, and like discovering places that nobody else has found before, and it's just like a scope that I have hard time even like picturing in my head. But I think that's the expectation. Hopefully the expectation doesn't kill it, because we know that's possible.
Oh yeah.
Expectation can be a killer and a savior. So, well, once again, I know I've said this all night, but we'll see.
We'll see. What game are you what game are you looking forward to? Indie wise.
Oh man, what game am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to No Man's Sky, but man, am I allowed to pick games that haven't even technically been announced?
Yeah.
Because we always talked about what the developers of State of Decay could do if they were to make a second game, knowing what they know now.
Oh yeah.
And
they are
if
working
that
on
ever
something.
becomes a possibility, they gotta be. They don't just make such a successful game and then just stop. Once again, unless you're Valve. Then
Unless
you
you're
stop.
Valve.
Valve is king of quit while you're ahead.
I was totally
So.
expecting a freaking April Fool's joke from Valve about about Half-Life 3.
Half-Life 3, Portal 3, Left 4 Dead 3 bundle coming out next month.
Even if it were to
Boom.
just come on Steam, dude. Even if it were just to come on Steam, I'd be fine with that.
Sure.
I'd be
How about
perfectly
this?
fine with that.
Half-Life 3, PlayStation 2 exclusive. So
PlayStation
just go
2.
back and develop for a super old console. See how bad you really want to play it.
Everybody's getting PlayStation 2s. It's like, why did I
Everybody
freaking
already
sell
has
it?
a PS2. Oh, you sold your PS2.
Yeah, I was trying to buy one not too long ago. I still haven't done it.
I remember that. I remember that.
I just want to play Kingdom Hearts.
Man, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out.
I know I'm ready for that.
Stream that
Stream that whole game.
for sure.
Oh, come on, dude. All right, we got 30 seconds left. This is I almost hit it into my
What's
own
the
goal. I
score?
hit it into my own goal. I'm an idiot.
No.
Oh, man. If this was real life soccer and we were in Mexico, they would kill me.
You have a mob
And-
waiting outside.
Yeah, and that's actually happened before. And-
Really?
yes, soccer is such a, and I think that has a whole lot to do with the success of this game. Soccer internationally is like the most popular sport in the world.
It's a religion.
This is soccer
Yeah.
and NASCAR.
It's like little toy,
It's like
Hot
Yep.
Wheels running around.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Pele got together to make a game, and this is what happened.
I hope everybody gets that reference.
We lost, and we're gonna end it
Final score?
off. 3-2. I played like 4 or 5 matches. I can't even remember, but
Hold on. So it was 3-2, and you scored their final point. To
yeah,
win?
I scored their final point to win. Isn't that epic? I hope
Man.
somebody on the opposing team was streaming that.
Yeah, maybe we should take that. Maybe we should take one of their clips for our podcast.
Yeah, hey, can we borrow one of your guys' clips, please? That'd be great.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up for this week. Hopefully you enjoy the Judah versus Troy videos. Once again, those are now twice a week, Wednesdays and Saturdays. So, hit that subscribe button, drop a like if you enjoyed, and stay tuned. We'll have much more to come. So,
All right, legit. We'll see you guys online.
if you've got